Hey there, Middle Earth Strategy Battle Gamers. So we're here with another unboxing. Hey there, Middle Earth Strategy Battle Gamers. So today I received my package, Knights of Dol Amroth on foot. So real quick, I was going to get these at Nova Open. Unfortunately, they were sold out. They only had 6 cases there, 6 packages, and they just came up for pre-order a week ago, and I was able to snag them, and I got them, came in the mail. I got a warband's worth. So I've played Dol Amroth before. I actually have a Fiefdom's army. I started it a year ago. I really wanted to play new armies and try different armies out. And it's a really good army. I really like it. It's up there with Rohan and Hobbits and armies I really enjoy playing. The only problem, and I kind of had to stop playing for a while, is because the Knights of Dol Amroth on foot were out of print. And they're, to me, in my opinion, were one of the more core units of the army. You needed to have a handful of them, both mounted and on foot. And unfortunately, I just didn't want to spend the money on third-party websites, and I kind of knew, I was, well, they might come back in print, and they might come out with new models. And that's exactly what happened. I waited, and I got these guys, and they look absolutely amazing. I haven't seen it in person yet, so I'm going to crack it open. So you can get these on Forge World. They have the Forge World logo. Alright, so it's actually a pretty heavy blister. It comes with 6 models, by the way, 6 knights with interchangeable poses. So it's a nice big blister pack. Let's see if I can get this open. Side note, guys, you'll have a hard time opening this if you're like me. But yeah, so I really enjoyed playing Fiefdoms. Cool. And with the new edition out, I really want to try them out as well. They're outstanding. So, here's the banner. I believe after looking at the kit, it pretty much matches the mounted kit, like model for model in terms of like the war gear. So this is the, I think it's the exact same banner that comes with the plastic. And this is again, guys, I have not had a bad experience with Forge World yet. Just the detail on this thing is outstanding. Gosh. Outstanding, guys. My plan, though, is with Fiefdoms, here's my thing, is you're probably going to take Imrahil, which means you're not going to need a banner. So my plan is just to make all of them swordmen with shield. Same with the horn, because I feel like Forlon the Fat, now that he has a horn, is going to be such a key piece that you're just going to take him, that taking the horn is not going to be necessary. But you still could if you don't take either of those heroes, which I'd recommend taking. In my experience, Imrahil tends to be the centerpiece of the army. You want to protect him, and having multiple targets like Forlong to protect Imrahil from getting targeted as much is good. Not to mention Forlong, he's one of the only heroes in the list that has 3 might. He's pretty good, pretty solid. So here are the shields. And I believe these are the same design as the other ones, but on the other side they actually have the wood and the grip in the hand. And I mean, it's just outstanding detail. I've come to expect a lot. Here are some helmeted heads with shoulder pads, it looks like. Outstanding, look great. Oh yeah. Whew. Here's some more. Let's see. We got some more shields. Different designs on these. Okay, so here are the bodies for the knights. They look very similar in terms of like their shape. Yeah, look at that detail. That's the chainmail and the plate armor. So one thing I would like to say is this kind of happy they did is they stayed aesthetically the same. So they didn't try and make Dol Amroth like look different. You know, they didn't try and change the helmets and stuff. So I'm glad that they actually stayed the same. Because I know like some other of the games that GW does, they you know, per edition they switch. Like, you know, the Space Marines and stuff. In essence, they're the same. They just switch, you know, some stuff around here and there. I'm glad that because I really like the design for the Knights of Dol Amroth. Okay, so I got a bunch of weapon sprues, swords, and that kind of thing. So, here are the swords. And one of the reasons why I started Dol Amroth, Dan plays Gondor, and me and Daniel don't like to have duplicate armies each other. Basically, like Dan's like, I'm never gonna play Rohan. You play Rohan. I'm never gonna play Gondor because he plays Gondor. But I really wanted to have like a really cool armored up, clad in armor kind of army, like just that like epic kind of just steel plate armor, and that's what I was getting with Dol Amroth. That's what I really wanted. I'm really glad now that I got more knights. I also bought a box of the mounted ones. So I actually haven't been able to look at them. I actually really like this one on the end, the one with the beard. I know that some people said that, you know, the men of Dol Amroth are descended from elves, so they wouldn't necessarily have a beard. But I think it's really cool. I actually plan on trying to kit bash him into a captain. There's an old Dol Amroth captain floating around out there, and he's holding his helmet, and he has this helmet off, and I'm going to try and actually convert one from a knight, and that dude's head. Here's some more bodies. So 6 in total. I bought 12. This is a different pose for the sword. It looks like it might be like a kind of a preparing to charge thing. Here's a horn and a shield, and some more swords. Yeah, so you get a lot of options with this kit, and then there's 6 bases. They don't have the slots, which I noticed none of the Forge World stuff does. Okay, so inside the box, there is also a, wait for it, a big instruction guide. Really cool, like kind of poster, almost a little mini poster. Foot Knights of Dol Amroth. If you need to contact Forge World customer service, this is not a toy. Not suitable for children or 15 of age. The resin dust may be harmful, which I've heard that before. Now, I started collecting miniatures when I was 13, so I might not be able to buy these then. No, I think it's a really good kit, and honestly, I'm really excited to put these guys together. Do expect Fiefdom's armies in the battle reports coming up, because I do plan on playing. And then this came with Thranduil as well. It's a little instruction guide. Because of the nature of the Forge World resin, you need to wash your miniatures. It has like, you can tell like looking at it, it has like a little bit of gloss. They put like a little chemical in there to help the model pop out of the mold. Same thing with Thranduil. So this is actually the second Forge World model I bought ever. So that's really cool. So I want you guys to post in the comments below if you want to see some Dol Amroth action. And, oh wait, I actually, as tradition, I'm going to go over the profile real quick for him. I've done that with all the other unboxings, and I'll go and do it with the new edition. Alright guys, so I had to grab my Armies of Middle-earth, or Armies of Lord of the Rings book. So, Dol Amroth, people are calling it the new Lake Town. I can definitely see why, because it has a really cool. It's built around the heroes buffing your troops, which is something I want to see. And Rohan's the same thing. And I'm still gonna play Rohan. Don't worry. I really want to try some new armies out in the new edition. I played 4 games with Rohan. I played a few games with the new Thranduil's Halls the other day. Alright, so Knights of Dol Amroth. Now, point-wise, these guys are very elite points. They actually got a big point increase, and I think for a good reason. In a minute, you'll see. So, movement 6, fight 4, strength 3, defense 6, 1 attack, 1 wound, courage 4. So the stat line is actually pretty good, really good actually. Considering I noticed a lot of the courage values for like the men armies have dropped to 3, especially like your elite units like Royal Guard and Guard at the Citadel and Fountain Guard. They're courage 3 now. So it's really cool that they got the same courage. That's all the same. They have heavy armor, sword, and shield in their profile. You can upgrade them to a Warhorn, upgrade one to a Banner, upgrade them to an Armored Horse, upgrade them to a Lance. And then they have the Pride of Dol Amroth. A model with this special rule within 3 inches of Emerhill gets +1 to their fight value. So you're talking about fight 5 guys. That's really good. That's actually one of the reasons I have a little bit of a tactic thing that I think that's going to be better. But alright, so then they have 12-inch Steadfast, that's Emerhill. And then anything a Captain of Dol Amroth, Knights of Dol Amroth, Men-at-Arms of Dol Amroth, within 12 inches of Emerhill, make counts being under banner, and because of the army bonus, that goes over to everyone. I was just going over that real quick because that's kind of specific to the Dol Amroth. So the thing about the +1 of the fight value that I think is actually going to be key with that is actually your mounted knights. So the guys on foot, I foresee them being in a shield wall with your men-at-arms, having some clansmen of Lambden and axemen on the flanks to help so you don't get enveloped. That's kind of the problem with the pike lines, is you get surrounded and enveloped, so you have those out to stretch your wall. I think those guys are going to be the core of the army, though, and I think they always have been. So the thing about them, though, is the mounted knights, the guys on mounts, that's where I think that fight 5 is going to be key. I think if you have them in within 3 inches of Emerald and that charge, that's going to be a pretty devastating turn. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I can't wait to put these guys together. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if if you want to see Dol Amroth fight Mordor or Isengard or Goblin Town. We got a whole bunch of armies, so please post below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.